And Paul trying to keep this horse balanced around the turns, using the outside rein. Stopping the horse getting quick, keeping the brake on a little bit. In fact, that fence is gone. So that's the Liverpool fence and the post box is gone. So on 8 faults at the moment. Jump that line well. Round this bending line to fence 10.
Well, the combination causing trouble as well there for Paul Kennedy. For Ireland, bad luck with his ride there, Cartown, Danger Mouse. 3 left to jump. Still, though, we've got 10 clear rounds in the Equestrian.com Grand Prix. What a jump off we'll enjoy a little bit later this evening. It's getting that bit closer. Now Yasmin Pinchin. What a day it was in the summer back at Bolesworth when she won the big 4-star Grand Prix there, the Red Row Homes Grand Prix. Tonight, Nancy Pinchin's Band of Vivaldi.
Come on, Vinny, get those legs up in the air. Vinny's got his own fan club on Facebook called #TeamVinny, and it's on Twitter as well. Oh, Yasmin.
Oh dear.
You could see the horse, he just jumped that Abbey Road fence and he just wobbled all the way up to that Liverpool fence. Yasmin, knowing she couldn't get on there 4 strides, tried to get the 5. That didn't work either. You can see to a certain extent, Yasmin just ignores a lot of his antics, coming round the corner sideways, rather than have the fight with him, but there was definitely a miscommunication there from fence 3 to 4.
And of course, that's pushed her into time as
Oh,
well.
she'll be gutted with that, absolutely gutted.
Never knocked a fence down. In the end, it's a total of 7 for Yasmin Pinchin with Band of Vivaldi, with just 2 left to go. 1 for Belgium, 1 for Great Britain. There you go, Corin, have another look.
Yeah, no, I think he went to drift left, she pulled right. He took that as, do you want me to stop, do you want me to go? But, you know, just a real miscommunication there. The horse never really sighted the fence. She maybe went to her hand a little bit soon, but it's easy to say sat up here, isn't it?
Certainly is. We have Belgium once again now. Willem Vermeer. And tonight riding Garincha Herenist. Willem been going very well also here in Liverpool, being well placed in some of the classes.
Yeah, once again, another foreigner who said he's had a great time here, really enjoyed himself.
Been a regular member of the Belgium team.
Difficult line, that. There's a lot of horses just haven't been very settled on that line. When you walk the line, it walks sort of 5 strides and then the 4 strides, but the 4 was quite forward, and if they go a bit high over the Abbey Road fence, it really is a long way there.
Well, the last part of the combination goes as well. And in fact, they just go over the time allowed, 75.04. They're just over. It's a total of 9. 8 for jumping, 1 for time there for Willem Vermeer, riding for Belgium.
And I think having had the fence down, Willem wasn't really worried about the time. He's just giving this horse a jump round. He knows the 4 faults isn't going to get him into the next round, so wasn't really too fussed about the time.
1 left to go in the Equestrian.com Grand Prix here this evening, and what a night it was for this pair last night when they stood on top of the podium, winning the Longines ranking class here yesterday evening in Liverpool. The last is William Funnell, of course, with his and Donald Barnwell's Billy Congo. Well, we've spoken a lot over the show about the Billy stud and that phenomenal breeding program of William Pippa and Donald Barnwell.
And this horse not a fan of jumping towards the bright lights, so William's going to have his work cut out round here, that's for sure. But they know each other very well. And he just did exactly the same there as some of the others have done, just jumped forwards towards it. And William knows, what's the point?
There isn't.
Why do I need to go on? Why would I carry on jumping this course?
I've won a ranking class already.
Exactly,
and he was
that.
second on Billy
Exactly
Angelo
that.
earlier. He doesn't need to push any further.
And also, William would want to save this horse for another day. Horse has only got so many big jumps left in it, and you'd want to save this horse.
Well, that brings us to the end of the first round of jumping here for this, the Equestrian.com Grand Prix here in Liverpool tonight. We've got 10 to come back against the clock over the shortened course. We're going to have plenty to look forward to in this jump-off round. Of course, they come back in reverse order.
You must be a bit of a nervous father here today.
Well, I'll tell you what, it's a lot more nervous watching your horse than it is riding him. We bought him as a 3-year-old. My wife Sarah rode him as a 4, 5, 6 years old. I've ridden him as a 7 and 8-year-old. Michael bought half of him, Michael Whittaker, 18 months ago. After the Horse of the Year show, he went over to their place because I'm doing more coaching through the winter than going to shows. Joe Clayton's been riding him, he's doing a job. And to jump that course, he's still 8 years old, well, I'm very, very proud.
Absolutely. Well, let's have a look at the course for the second round, because as Nick said, we've got 10 going through. They go in reverse order of the scores. So Peter Fredriksson, fastest of the clears, will go last. So that puts him in pole position, gives him the best chance. But as a rider, let's have a look. We go off to our first fence.
Okay, so we're jumping 9 and then to 10. I'm going to walk the distance here. It was 6 strides. I'm just looking. I think they probably might still have to go 6, but...
Well, Geoff's just having a walk along there. What he's doing, he'll tell you exactly what he's doing. He's measuring it out because 4 of his strides equals a horse's stride. So you see them walking the course. They're plotting their way around of exactly where they want to drop it. And in this case, I hope it's here.
If they come round that corner up the inside route, there's 5 strides there.
Okay.
Jump number 10, and then we're turning back to number 11. So they will probably drop inside this fence, and they will jump the black vertical going this way.
And one of the things maybe to comment on there, Geoff, is that spread fence there, fence 10, is quite narrow, so it gives them a chance to get around it. They're not having to stretch as far as they might on some of the others.
No, they'll get inside there. They're going to slightly jump this vertical on an angle, because where we wanted to get straight for it in the first round, it's a different ball game now. They're going to slightly jump this fence on the angle.
We are going to 12B and C of that, but it looks really easy at the moment because there's nothing in it, but it's only because they're running the
I could ride my cat over that. Right, I'm still going to walk it. I think it's going to be 8, maybe 7. Well, I'll walk it anyway. You keep talking, Stephen.
Go on, get the big stride going. So we'll go down. There we go. They're just putting it all back together now. Coming on the edge there from 12B and C. So 2 parts of what was that triple combination to finish off. Geoff, again, just plotting a line there on the curve. Gives them a little bit of an option on the strides there. But again, all of this, every single stride counts because it means a second, doesn't it?
I think they're probably going to go 7 down there. It depends whether they're trying to jump a clear or whether they're trying to beat a fast time. We know that's one stride.
We know what that is. Round we go. Okay, 12 B and C now. Fence 14, as it's
14
dubbed,
is the vertical across the middle. I'm sure they're going to come round inside the shoe fence, round here, a big vertical, number 14.
Now, this wasn't in the first round. This has just been added,
This is a new fence. And then we're going to jump the black, vertical and gold, coming back the other way now. So they are going to... This is a difficult fence to jump, because they're going to nearly have to do a handbrake turn here. They're coming up here. The riders will start to get their eye on the fence here. This is a who dares wins this job.
And Geoff, from there to there, I mean, it's a fair bit of open ground, isn't it?
Yeah, they're going to open the stride up there, but they've got to keep the rhythm. You know, if you break the rhythm, you lose everything. That is a tall fence. I'm 6'3". What are you laughing at?
6 foot -3, maybe.
Right, Stephen, you talk to them. I'm going to walk. How many strides are going to go here, even at the gallop? You get talking.
Okay, we've got a fair old way to go down there, so he's going to head on down there. But just around the arena as well, they've just headed in. Let's have a round of applause for our arena party. You've been working so hard. Give us all a little wave there. Guys, you worked so hard all the way through, down to the final fence. Well, we're going to have to hand back up to Nick Brookswall, because we're nearly ready for the first one, Geoff.
They're going to take 9 strides down there, and I want to get up there. Don't ring the bell till I get back up there.
Kick on, Billington. Off you go. Nicholas, it's all yours.
Thank you very much, Steve. Well done, Geoff.
Well, great to hear from Geoff Billington as he sprints out of the arena back to his arena commentary post, and listening to some of his comments and thoughts about this jump-off course. But what a jump-off we've got in store. This is what the last 3 days comes down to here at the Equestrian.com Liverpool International Horse Show. Here at the Echo Arena, it's all about the Grand Prix. This is where the big money is at stake, the world ranking points. We've seen the first round. We have 10 to come back here in the second round. Remember, they return in reverse order of merit, so the fastest clear from the first round will go last in the jump-off. Quickly the order: Joe Clayton, Robert Smith, Peter Charles, John Whittaker, Robert Bevis, Julie Andrews, Robert Whittaker, Shane Breen, Billy Toomey, and the last to go for Sweden, Peder Fredriksson. Well, here is the first in. It is Joe Clayton, the horse owned by Sarah Billington, Geoff's wife, and of course produced and ridden to such great effect by Geoff Billington, but now very much in the hands here of Joe Clayton. And they're out to set the standard current in the jump-off. Conman.
Absolutely. So here we go. Fence 9, back to fence 10. And then right as tight as you can to 11. Oh, Joe, you're a bit deep there. 12 BC. So this is the second 2 parts of the combination. Then left hand down to the new fence Geoff was talking about, fence 14. Blue and red vertical. That's good. And then up to the top of the arena. Liverpool backwards. That's good. And then down to fence 1, which is a very long run.
It's going to be interesting to see how that run to the final fence speeds up throughout the class and this jump-off. But it's 4 for the first to go. Joe Clayton there, 39.78, his final time, and 4 faults on Conman.
Yeah, very young horse for this arena. Joe doing a fantastic job on it there. Not been riding it too long, as Geoff was telling you, his wife rode it first of all, then he rode it. So Sarah had it as a 5- and 6-year-old. Geoff's ridden it 7 and 8. Joe's taken on the ride. And to jump clear of 4 in a 4-star Grand Prix is a real testament to the horse. He is a very smart horse, though.
Well, we saw how much jumping clear in the first round meant to this man. It is Robert Smith. Robert now in the jump-off on Bavy. Was on the podium with this horse on the opening day of the show.
Robert just keeping this horse settled. I think we'll see some tight turns from Robert here. There we go. There's that oxer jumped. Up to the next one. Now, a little bit of an angle here, which you can do because you're going straight down to the double. It's not a combination anymore. When it was a combination, you had to give them a bit more room. Robert picking up the pace a little bit now at the vertical. Opening this horse up, turning back to the Liverpool fence. He's jumped it. And now he's got a long run to this oxer at the bottom of the arena, which he's jumped as well.
Brilliant. Making the most of the turns. 37.70 the time. You can see how much he's enjoying jumping here. Really happy is Robert Smith there with Bavy, and that certainly sets the standard for those to come in the jump off of the Equestrian.com Grand Prix.
And the first thing they've got to do is jump clear now. I do need them to jump clear.
Well, interestingly, he landed over the new fence in this jump off, which is fence 14, 3 from home, in around about 23 seconds, just to give us an idea of where the others need to be. Well, Peter Charles now. Of course, Peter, originally from Liverpool, getting so much home support here at the Echo Arena, and tonight riding Stapleton Mist.
The horse that was ridden at Olympia by his son Harry in the under-23s. That was a very neat round there, but Peter having to work quite hard with the horse there. You could see from Peter's body language on the horse it wasn't going anywhere.
Jumps the last, finishes on the 4, 39.39 the final time. Of course, second of the rounds we've seen so far. That little bit quicker than Joe Clayton on the full fault, but the one clear still from Robert Smith.
Yeah, Peter was working quite hard there on this lovely big grey horse. Now, John.
He's been having a great week. Can he round it out in the Grand Prix? We'll wait to see with Team Harmonies on Elliott. This then John Whittaker.
She was jumping a fabulous jump off class last night. Just jumped into the double, and I don't really know what she did coming out, whether she spooked. John doesn't know either. I have asked him. But we'll just have a look now and see how she gets on in here. So John on the 5 there as well. That's the same line. Oh, good mare. Little rub on that pole, but it stayed up.
Needs a little bit of luck.
She jumped out of that double well, though. She's not going to make the same mistake again.
Needs to be over this fence in around 23 seconds to be in touch.
Like that, you mean?
Absolutely in touch with Robert Smith.
Sit up, John.
It's going to
come. Oh, come on, John.
Look at him go. How quick can he be? 36.47. New leader here in the Equestrian.com Grand Prix tonight. Well done, John Whittaker. The crowd have roared as he's taken the lead. Oren Elliott, a stunning combination. What a horse that is.
Oh, you watch. It's not finished yet. It's definitely not finished yet. That horse is just going to get better and better. Oh, I forgot about this one.
One of your favourites.
And I know, for those of you out there watching, horses aren't white, they're grey. And I called him white earlier, and I should know better. But he is. He was dark grey when Robert first got him. And now he's what? He's like me, gone grey.
Robert Bevis, Courtney Z. 36.47 to beat.
Oh, Robert.
Needs the luck.
Stop that. Well, I think, yeah. Oh, he's had to have a little check there. He's had to steady Courtney a little bit down there. Oh, but that was quick.
He's in touch.
36.47 to beat.
It's going to come down to the gallop.
It. 3, 4, 5, 6. Is he
Very
there?
close, not quite
Not
quick
quite.
enough. Well, Robert Bevis just under a second off that time of John Whittaker, but a great clear nevertheless with Courtney's head to go into second at the moment. Faster, of course, by a couple of tenths of a second than Robert Smith.
I always didn't want to touch that fence.
Not at all.
Nah.
Grand Prix at the moment then led by John Whittaker. Robert Bevis in second, Robert Smith in third. Now Julie Andrews. How can Julie do it? JB's hot stuff.
Now, Julie felt the other night when she jumped this horse off, she never really got into the rhythm that she wanted. So I think she's going to be all over that, that's for sure. Oh, horse just screwed a little bit there in the air. Had that back bar down. But it's a tall order to jump a horse off in a 4-star Grand Prix when you've ridden it for a month.
Well, that's the thing. We said earlier, she's only just picked up the ride, really, and they'll still have a little bit to learn about each other, but nevertheless, it bodes well for the future.
And Julie just getting this job done now. This horse really jumps for her.
Well, they finish on the 4. The final time, 44.04 for Julie. Julie Andrews there and JB's hot stuff. So John Whittaker still leads the way. Rob Bevis, Robert Smith, the podium.
You can see there the horse just kicked back and then cramped a little bit.
So Dad leads the way. Now the turn of Robert Whittaker. Can he challenge Dad's time? It's Catwalk, the ride, of course, this evening. Owned by Mum Claire along with Maddie Hall. There's the order as it stands at the moment. 36.47 the time to beat. Got to get back to that fence in the middle at 14 in around 23 seconds to be in touch with John and that leading time.
I'll tell you this categorically, he's not going to let his dad win without a fight.
That is for sure.
That was tight. Oh,
too tight.
Really too tight. John's just not left them a lot, though, has he?
He has put the pressure on. They know they really have to push.
Robert now just keeping this horse settled. Rob's done a fabulous job with this horse this week, though.
Well, in the end, it is just that one fence that falls. 39.71 the final time to go fifth as it stands there for Robert Whittaker and Catwalk.
Yeah, but Catwalk, you give him no chance. You know, Robert set off to go on 5 down to number 10.
Well, it is that one fence that goes down, and it means that John's still leading the way.
He turned again, and he got the wobble again. Some days,
Now then.
Catwalk is brilliant. But this show has been a little bit...
You'd never count this man out, would you?
Shane Breen, the next in. Bina Ford and the Breen Equestrians, Acoustic Solo du Balouvet. This man knows how to win big Grand Prix.
He certainly does. How many more have we got to go, Gareth? You feel the tension in this stadium.
Well, we've jumped 7. There's only 2 left after Shane.
That was the same number of strides, but not the same height. Oh! You've got no chance when they do that. It did it to him in the first round. When they buck like that against your leg, and you're 2 strides from a jump. Horse that's not short of talent, but clearly has the odd discussion with Shane every now and again.
Well, not to be tonight in the Equestrian.com Grand Prix for Shane Breen there with Acoustic Solu de Balou Bay. Has the two fences down, finishes on the 8 faults, 40.60 the time, and goes into 8th place as it stands with 2 more to jump here tonight in the Echo Arena for the Liverpool International Horse Show. So whatever happens, John Whittaker's going to be on the podium. What step we wait to see, because now the turn of Billy Toomey, being in great form towards the back end of 2015, and he'll really want that to continue into this new year with the Pains Diaghilev then. This for Ireland, Billy Toomey.
Well, this horse is fast against the clock. He's careful.
And it's got Billy Toomey on board.
Yeah, and it's got Billy on board. This is a real threat to John. He's had a touch there. He's jumped that vertical. And of course, this horse a lot more experience than the horse that John's riding.
I would say he's a fraction quicker over that fence in the middle.
Oh, he's jumped that as well.
And he's flying
to
the last
fence.
This is quick, very quick. Look at that. World-class show jumping at around 34.86. A second and a half quicker. Billy Toomey and Diaghilev then lead the way tonight in the Equestrian.com Grand Prix. They flew to that final fence, Corin.
Yeah, he knows he can do that. This horse has got so much blood in it. It really has. Horse by Van Gelises. And he let go of that rein and just let it run. Now then, Pader.
The last to go.
He'll have watched that.
He will.
He'll have seen that on the monitor before he came in.
So the final combination to go here in Liverpool for the Equestrian.com Grand Prix. Peder Fredriksson.
Oh, Pader, there's not much left there.
H&M all in with a time to beat a 34.86. He's looking at those turns.
He needs to do more than look at them. He needs to get round them very quickly. OK, Pader. You know the speed you used to go cross-country? Now's the time to recreate it. Oh, that's wasted a bit of time there.
Didn't seem to have the same flow as Billy.
No, it didn't. So he's got to make it up somewhere else. And he's not got what he wanted there either.
22, 23 seconds. Billy was landing over that fence in the middle. And we know how quick he went to the final fence.
Well, he's not as quick as Billy. Oh! He's not as quick as John.
No, but he does find his way onto the podium here this evening. Peder Fredriksson and H&M all in. Finish on that time at 37.11. They finish in third behind second place John Whittaker and Onanella. But the winner of this, the first ever Equestrian Grand Prix here at the Liverpool International Horse Show. There you can see the full result. Well done, Billy Toomey and Diaghilev. 34.86 and clear to top the board ahead of John Whittaker, Onanella and Peder Fredriksson and H&M all in.
Well, what a jump off that was. And Peder Fredriksson there just didn't have the same stride as Billy to the vertical, the third fence, and didn't have the same stride to the last fence. And if he'd had the same stride to the adverts, to the last fence, he'd have kept going and he may well have been in touch.
Well, we'll be back with you in just a couple of minutes' time with, of course, the presentation of awards.
Equestrian.com, the UK's largest online retailer of horse and rider wear. A major stockist of leading brands with free global shipping and up to 90% off while stocks last in our big brand January sale. Equestrian.com, supporting the Liverpool International Horse Show, supporting you.
Emma was born a remarkable girl, as her ticker wasn't talking quite right. She went to the land of remarkable people where they worked on a ticker all night. They tinkered with the ticker till it ticked and it tocked, and it ticked and it tocked like new. It wasn't just doctors who saved Emma's life. It was remarkable people like you.
Using over 200 years of Scottish heritage, our closely guarded secret recipe of exceptional exotic herbs and aromatic spices are sourced from the furthest regions of the globe, expertly blended and steeped for up to 6 weeks to make the unique taste of Krabby's original alcoholic ginger beer? Is this script right, really? Ginger beer? Krabby's original alcoholic ginger beer. Try it! You might like it!
Equestrian, the dress code.